Welcome back to Touring History, the podcast that rummages through humanity's past, points at the weird, the wild, and the worryingly familiar, and says, we've done this before. I'm Alain Touring, and today we're looking at March 11th, a day that reminds us that history is like your Wi-Fi, occasionally brilliant, but mostly full of repeated errors. Let's start with birthdays. Douglas Adams, born in 1952, gave us the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which taught us that towels are essential and that panicking is for amateurs. Anton Yelchin, born in 1989, was a rising star best known for playing Chekov in Star Trek before his tragic passing. And Terrence Howard, born in 1969, starred in Empire and also briefly tried to convince the world that 1 times 1 equals 2, proving that even Hollywood math can be wildly speculative. March 11th, 2011. A devastating earthquake and tsunami struck Japan, leading to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster. The fallout from Fukushima reshaped global nuclear policy and reinforced the uncomfortable truth that nature remains undefeated. Meanwhile, politicians today still debate whether climate change is real, despite nature consistently hitting us with Category 5 "I told you so" events. March 11th, 1851. Giuseppe Verdi's opera, Rigoletto, premiered in Venice. Featuring the iconic aria La Donna è mobile, the song was kept secret until the last minute to prevent leaks, a 19th century version of DRM protection. Today, artists still try to prevent leaks, except now they have to battle TikTok users who post entire albums before they're even released. March 11th, 1941. President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Lend-Lease Act, allowing the US to send vital supplies to allied nations before officially entering World War II. It was a strategic move that tilted the war against the Axis powers, and also proof that America has always been good at spending money it doesn't technically have. March 11th, 1985. Mikhail Gorbachev became General Secretary of the Soviet Union, ushering in glasnost, openness, and perestroika, restructuring. His reforms unintentionally led to the USSR's collapse. He later won a Nobel Peace Prize, making him one of the few leaders to receive an award for, essentially, undoing their own job description. March 11th, 1990. Lithuania became the first Soviet republic to declare independence, effectively setting off a chain reaction that ended the USSR. It was the geopolitical equivalent of the first person leaving a bad group chat. Soon, everyone was out. March 11th, 1985. The first commercial .com domain name, symbolics.com, was registered. This moment marked the dawn of the internet as we know it, a simpler time before social media turned it into a 24/7 outrage machine. Speaking of the internet and commerce, here's a quick word from our sponsor.
Folks, let me tell you about something that's missing from your life and that you desperately need, because I know a lot of you have tired feet. And are your feet tired of walking all over you?
Well, Dave, I'd be tired too if I had to carry you around all day.
Oh, I'm not that heavy. Hey, now, I'm practically floating these days, thanks to Strange Ways Orthopedic Footwear, the only shoes designed for people whose feet walk to the beat of their own drum.
Oh, yeah, I got a pair. These shoes
Do
are
you?
so supportive, they might as well be your therapist.
Oh,
They've got art
my
support so
therapist.
good. They've got art support so good, my feet sent me a thank you note.
No kidding. Wow. And let me tell you, let's talk about their features. Memory foam, so advanced, it remembers every step you've taken. And sends you a postcard. More, please.
I mean, these shoes are like a Swiss Army knife for your feet.
Oh.
Built-in shock absorbers? Check.
Ah.
Anti-gravity laces that practically tie themselves? Check. A
Amazing.
hidden compartment for snacks? Well, probably illegal, but we're not snitching.
That's right. Gummies, too. And the styles, Lane. The styles. You've got options like the midlife crisis moccasin and bad vibes derby. Oh, and my personal favorite, folks, the corporate casual clogs. Oh, yeah. Forget about Crocs. These are perfect for when you've got a big board meeting and a yoga class in the same day.
Strange Ways orthopedic shoes, because life's too short to have bad posture and boring footwear.
That's right, listeners. Head over to strangewayshoes.com and use our promo code Feet Don't Fail Me for 10% off your first pair.
And if you order now, they'll throw in a free pair of their patented toaster straps, because even your toes deserve a hug.
That's right. They're patented Strange Ways orthopedic shoes. Walk weird, walk proud.
Walk strange!
That's right. Great button there, Lane. So let's get back to the show.
And we're back. Now, let's talk about space. March 11th, 1977. Astronomers discovered the rings of Uranus, making it the second planet after Saturn known to have rings. Unlike Saturn's majestic halo, Uranus's rings are faint and moody. Basically, the indie version of planetary rings. March 11th, 1958. The U.S. Air Force Academy opened in Colorado, training generations of military leaders. It's also home to the Air Force Falcons, whose football games are almost as intense as their flight drills. March 11th, 2004. Spain suffered its deadliest terrorist attack, the Madrid train bombings, which killed 193 people during rush hour. The attacks led to major shifts in Spain's counter-terrorism policies and showed, yet again, that history's darkest days often come with little warning. March 11th, 1997. Paul McCartney was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II, proving that if you play your cards right, rock and roll can get you a sword tap from the British monarchy. Meanwhile, Mick Jagger remained somehow not knighted, despite single-handedly keeping the leather pants industry alive for decades. March 11th, 1983. IBM released the PC XT, one of the first personal computers with a hard drive. It had a whopping 10 megabytes of storage, barely enough to hold a few cat videos by today's standards, but revolutionary at the time. And that's March 11th. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe, leave a review, and remember, history doesn't just repeat itself, it does so while we all pretend it's brand new. See you tomorrow, and until then, make your day historical.